chilling.
What's a good angle? Just like,
Oh yeah, dude. I really like that. I really like that sweatshirt actually.
yeah,
That looks
it's a
fantastic.
good looking sweatshirt. I like the simplistic design on this one.
You like the pink?
I like that too.
The blueberry donut.
What was the inspiration behind the blueberry donut?
Dude, well, okay, being complete. This fucking guy, dude. So the blueberry donut, actually, I mean, you can see it's on four
man, this
different
is so
pieces
soft.
of clothing. I know, dude. It's a nice blanket, isn't it?
It's super nice.
So on TUEBOR shop Instagram, if you guys are on Instagram, it's actually perfect because you can just click right here, click the tagged products. You can see this blanket, beautiful $1 million Rolls Royce shirt, TUEBOR embroidered sweatshirt, and you know the OG classic, the blueberry donut, vintage. It's got a super beautiful design on the back. I'm not going to turn around, but if you want to click on Instagram, then you can see the beautiful back. But yeah, today's a great episode.
Yeah.
It's a great day. We're all bundled up. This is the last episode we're ever filming in this garage. So, because right after this, I'm just going to start packing this shit up.
Bless this garage with a great last episode.
Yeah, God bless this garage. Great last episode, but we have two beautiful guests. Well, you know, I don't even know what this is. This is like a boys only, you know, no guests, just like rambling and stuff. But these two, Grant Sandstedt, swims at Davenport, beautiful swimmer. And he's a stud. He's a stud, of course. He's a stud. And then this swimmer, Joe Engle, absolute killer from Hope College.
Thank you.
Okay, and they're going head to head this Friday. You guys are probably seeing this after they went head to head. So today they're going to talk their shit,
you'll see.
and then we'll see who gets humbled and who.
Yeah.
You know,
We might
see.
be racing each other. Joe doesn't know what he's swimming yet, so
You don't know what you're
we'll
swimming?
see. I
think he knows exactly what he's swimming. I think he's just telling you that.
No, I don't think so.
You're gonna plan a strategy, trying to beat him, and then no, but so it's just Davenport versus Hope, or is it like a?
There's somebody else there.
There's
It's a
another
try
team.
meet, but I don't know.
Kevin
It's either
Moss?
like
Yeah.
Kevin's actually doing an unofficial time trial in the.
Dude, they didn't let me
53.
do a time trial at your what meet was that? I wanted to do a time
Oh
trial.
yeah, with Kevin Mills, right?
No, with like Mitch.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Mitch?
Yeah. Well, maybe
What
next
happened
time.
there? What happened there? What's going on?
I don't
What
know.
happened there?
Maybe we can talk about it on Saturday because we do have another meet at Kentwood. So
Dude,
maybe you could hop in with Owen Carlson. He's going to be doing some time trials on.
is he?
put
on
me in, bro.
Saturday.
Put me in. I'm down
Gotta
for a
go
race
50
as
free.
long as it's not more than a 25. I'm down.
25.
I'm down for a
Okay.
race. Yeah, you know.
Throw on the Mizuno.
I would
just for old time's sake.
race Joe in a 500 though. But
Okay.
I think I would have a pretty good
I think
chance.
you could maybe win the
Yeah.
first 50.
I think I would win the 500. Joe, how do we feel about this?
I don't know. I think
kind
we
of
just gotta
times
try
are
it
we
out.
at?
I think we should just test it.
Do it. No.
You think, Joe? Who do you think would win in a 500 mirror?
I'd have to say me because I can't bet against myself. But
No, of course,
who
of
knows?
course.
Maybe you've been,
So what's your
In the dark
No,
training.
you would kill me.
Best
you would kill me in a
500.
500, dude. Wait, what?
What's your official best 500?
It's actually a funny story, dude. At the MLA invite one time, it was the only time I've ever swam it for real. But I went a 526.
Oh,
Okay, I was like 12, but I went or 14 or something. I don't know. But I went a 526. I hop out of the pool. Oh, I'm like, man, that was a good race. 500. You know, you feel like absolute death, but like, you feel a little bit rewarded. You just finished. It's not like I made finals or nothing. But then the ref comes over to me. He's like, hey, Kevin, you flinched on the start there. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. Like, it's a 500. What did that do? And he was like, oh, well, you got disqualified. And I'm like,
no.
dude, like 500. That's 20.
Dude, stop
50s.
me. If I'm flinching on the start, stop me at
Bro,
the 50.
yeah, bro, like,
I'm not
flag
wasting
me-
all that energy.
Flag me down, bro. And then I had more of. I was pissed.
Yeah, I would be too. I'd be like, just get me out of the water. Don't make me swim for 5 minutes.
Joe, what's like your favorite swimming memory or like race memory?
My favorite race memory?
Yeah.
I think I was 14 and I was swimming the mile and I swam right next to this kid from Liquid Lightning over. I don't know where they're from, but we were right next to each other for a solid 17 minutes, and I beat him by 0.2 of a second. And in the mile, and it was at Michigan. So and that was the only swim I've ever had at Michigan.
Wow.
So that was probably my favorite. I loved that. Yeah.
Strong work. Do you remember the kid's name? Shout out that kid.
I think
Shout out that kid. That was my favorite.
Joe
That was my favorite distance race that's my favorite race of all time. It was just a blast.
You know who we won't say shout
Evan
out
Fox. Evan Fox.
to? Evan Fox.
That's his name.
Shout out Evan. Grant, what was your favorite swimming memory?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of them, but
Notification.
one that really stands out to me, it was all three of us together. We were.
I know what he's gonna say.
It was. I don't think it was senior night, but it was our dual meet.
It was just a random.
Year.
It was just a random
dual meet, and it was me, Kevin, Joe, and our boy Julian. Shout out Julian. We're doing the 2 free relay, and we there was a lot on the line because we had crunched the numbers. We saw all of our splits, and we knew that we could break the pool record at West Ottawa. And so,
and the pool record, it was held at a conference meet.
Yep.
These dudes were suited, they were tapered, they were shaved,
All
they were
5 of
going
the
against the
conference
fastest
teams,
guys in the conference. And this was just a random
It
dual
was
meet.
East Kentwood. Shout out East Kentwood.
Yeah.
Shout
But
out
it was East Kentwood. It was East Kentwood. I remember
Yeah.
because
I don't
it
even
was middle of the season. Like we're tired and we're
Yeah.
like,
It didn't-
let's just go for it. And
Yeah.
dude, and the pressure was on. Like we were talking about it. I mean, like for a couple days, I think, going into it, and Steve was like, "Nah, you guys can't do it." Like he was doubting us for sure.
I think he was doing that
then-
on purpose, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
he
then
was probably egging us
He was
on.
definitely just egging us
We
on.
went out there and we broke it by like 0.7 of a second.
126.1.
I don't think it was necessarily that close.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
And I've been to a lot of college dual meets, and I have not seen many college teams go that fast unsuited. So I got to say, shout out to us. We were one of the fastest 2 free relays in season. We
Yeah,
would have
shout
won
out-
the state meet.
shout out
if
to
we
us
were
for
all
real.
on it, but that's all we got to say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to that.
That was some OG stuff right
That-
there. Like it was,
Yeah.
it was a great time.
Yeah.
Memories.
But yeah, I think swimming has definitely been a big part of all of our life and
Yeah.
my life for sure. But I'm just glad that we can now talk about it and then inspire people
Yeah.
to go
Next generation.
and swim
Yeah.
and I don't know.
It's been just getting so much faster. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not what Brody said.
I mean,
Okay, I think Brody was talking more on like the size of swimming.
No, bro. He was saying that people are slower nowadays.
Dude, there's some
And then I
like
cut him
kids
off
that
and I
are
said-
going faster
I
than
know,
me.
I
Like,
know.
I'm looking around. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out like Luke Catton because like these guys are just ripping it. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
Luke
junior,
Catton
right?
started-
junior. And
Shout
he's
out-
just ripping.
shout out
fast
Grady
times.
Armstrong as well.
Shout out
Grady Armstrong as well, yeah.
We were training with them over winter break. I mean, those guys are some dogs up and
Yeah.
coming.
Ethan Elms,
Yeah. Ethan
although
having a
he
great
wasn't very
season.
supportive of my political run, I know that Ethan, sorry, you deserved that though. I'm just gonna call you Eli because apparently you told people not to vote for me. So, but yeah, shout out to you, Ethan. I'm supporting you, even though you didn't support me. I'm still supporting you, and I hope and I wish all the best for you.
Get that high finish at state.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Get a good finish at state this year.
Oh, they're gonna do amazing.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
do
I think
great.
they have a chance of winning.
Oh really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
what?
that's just what I've heard through the grapevine. Because Zealand tapered. That's the thing.
For
What
what?
about
Dude,
Holman
I was
Christian?
talking to Owen Stevens. I wasn't. This is just a complete lie. But I was talking to Owen Stevens, and he was like, he was just telling me they shaved, they tapered, they suited.
You know what that reminds me of? When we beat DCC, and they accused us of that.
Dude, that was crazy.
That was
That
crazy.
was insane. We had a whole student section, bro. We had it was insane.
Were you
'Cause
there?
I was at the meet, but I was in
weren't
8th
swimming
grade,
yet,
so I
but
wasn't in
yeah.
there.
But you were there. Okay,
I'm
that's
not.
good.
I have to be honest. I like I claim as I was part of the team at that time,
Hey,
even though I
good.
wasn't actually on the team. We have a few kids.
Who do you claim that to?
We have a few kids on Hope swim
Oh
team.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Shout out
that
Dallas
swam,
Fisher.
That's Dallas Fisher and Christian Unitas both swam
Yeah.
on DCC. And whenever I can get the chance to trash talk them about it, I'm like, yeah, you guys
They never
lost
beat
to
us.
West
Dude,
Ottawa.
okay,
What are
alright,
they
if-
doing?
They would
If
never
they're
beat
watching
us
this
ever.
right now, I just want to say something that I know they're gonna remember. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Bro, they drove all the way there 3 hours in the pouring snow.
almost
And
got
it was
canceled.
the coach's choice. He wanted to do a meet. The
we were
DCC
up.
coach
set it
wanted
up.
to.
We
Well,
were
it got
like, let's
canceled the
go.
week before.
Did it really?
Yeah,
State
because of the
meet
snow.
rematch.
Yeah, and then we just destroyed them. And our student section was singing, nah, 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 nah. Bro, the thing is, East Side teams, they love to talk. They love to talk on Instagram, especially Instagram comments, like business trip, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, they just don't know how to mess with those West Side teams.
didn't
Like
have
in
to talk at
Holland,
all.
Grand Haven, Spring Lake, Zeeland, and Hudsonville, bro, we are just built different.
We had so
You know
many
what I
guys
mean?
step up at that meet, myself included. I mean, like, lots of people had huge breakouts because we knew that we had to win that.
You know who else stepped up?
Who?
Joe Engle.
Joe Engle.
Yeah, I was up in the stands, going crazy.
No, dude, Joe, you stepped up in that 200 free relay pool record. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir.
We were cooking, bro. We were cooking,
Yeah.
and it was all up to Joe. That last 50, he touched the wall. We look up, pool record destroyed.
Yeah.
Bro, that was incredible.
Iconic photo. I think it's like
Really?
West Ottawa on the wall, and I know that it's from that moment because we're all just going crazy, and it was awesome. Shout out!
Like a mural.
It was one of those photos, like
Yeah, they put 'em
right
up
on
in the
wall,
hall.
Those
I don't think
small
I
photos.
thought I
And
didn't.
then I think it's in the North
I
building.
didn't think I had any pictures of myself.
There is one.
There's a bunch of you.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think there was. Because I said on the last podcast with Reagan, I said I didn't have any. So I don't.
No, they put up like photos of like. I thought they put up photos of individual state champions, or really any state
That-
champion.
But there's a
relay or
photo of
yeah.
you doing like breaststroke. Remember?
Dude,
have
I
a
think
photo
that's
of you
Kyle or
next to
Derek
it.
or something.
No,
bro.
it's you.
No, I'm
'Cause
pretty sure.
Well, I thought I didn't have any. I think I do. I think I do have some, but I thought I didn't have any. So then I told Reagan and Blake.
And there's
I said,
those 3 murals or 2 murals as well. So
at the pool.
hey, those are
Yeah.
forever. So we know those aren't going to change. But
You say that, but like I guarantee you, they're not going to be there in 100 years.
and we
You know
won't
what I
be
mean?
there either. So it won't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, you're going to be
Dude, I'm living.
You're living
I'm
till,
living forever.
120.
I don't plan on dying.
All right.
I don't plan on dying.
What's the key to not dying?
Don't even think about it, bro. Just live life.
don't let it happen.
You know what I mean? Just live life. Have fun.
Sir.
Enjoy every second you have on Earth. Enjoy it. Live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
You know, I know that all three of us are gonna do great things, and as long as we just focus on that and don't focus on when we're gonna die and this and that,
Yeah.
it's easy to think about
Yeah.
like get sad and stuff, but it's more
Don't think
mature.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I think about just things I can do every day, and like the most I could do
One day
every
at a
day.
time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's something that you try to do that's like that makes you like the most productive?
I try to just have a
person.
list for the day that I want to knock off.
What's on Joe Engle's list today?
Today? Well, today I had a snow day. I don't know how many they've had in Hope College history. Not many.
not
Or at least recently they haven't. They had one last year, but we got a text last night at like 11 p.m. from the school, and it was like, no school tomorrow. So on my list today, just practice, and then just whatever.
You got a text from President Scogan.
Yeah. Not directly, but I imagine that's who it
Wow.
was from.
Shout out President Scogan.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You're doing great things. I would love to have you on this show, interview you, and talk about the future of Hope College and the legacy that you've
He'd
built.
love that. He's big into like the student life. Like I see him in our
Really?
dining hall all the time. I see him
really?
walking around campus
Connecting with
talking to
students.
He
students.
loves
all
just
the
getting that
time.
free food, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I love a president
probably,
like that.
but no, he's really. I think
he have,
he's
like-
really into the student life.
So
which
does
is
he
good.
pay for his meal plan, or how does
I
that
don't
work?
think. I don't think so.
He just gets whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's
It's
president.
like the owner of
Dude,
Costco.
He's
Does
Does he
President
go to the
Scogan,
swim
bro.
meets ever? Have you seen him
I
there?
don't think so.
Shout out
Maybe
President
he'll be
Scogan.
there this weekend.
Maybe.
You can connect with him at
Maybe.
the swim meet.
Yeah,
Good opportunity.
invite him on the show.
Yeah.
I should get like a business card or like a flyer and say like, I don't know.
You are officially invited to TUEBOR. That'd be a great one.
That
Yeah.
would be.
Or I mean, instead of, the pamphlets.
I'm just looking at this dude. He looks like a football player,
Yeah.
bro. He's got
I'm
shoulder
wearing a
pads
shirt
on.
over a jacket.
All
right
three
now.
of us. We're a
It's
little bit
actually-
chilly, but we have the hottest merch in the game,
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah,
actually.
so
like
I'm actually
3 degrees
toasty in
outside.
this
I am-
sweatshirt.
I am
I'm
too,
warm
bro.
personally,
That's
so
what I'm saying, bro.
I'm getting there. But
I'm taking this blanket,
All right.
man.
You can take
You
the
guys can
blanket.
see it's a really beautiful blanket.
It is.
but So I want to cut straight to the beef, straight to the tea, because I remember when we were in high school, us three right here, we were definitely the loudest ones on the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
In practice, 2050s. It was one of us three finishing first. Mainly this dude until like the last three.
Until the last
then
three.
it would rotate between us three.
Julian Carey would win one of them.
The last
Julian
one.
no. But it
win
got
the first
to a
one.
point where like we knew it was coming, so then we would race him on the last one. So then he would only go hard on the second to last one and then just go easy.
It was just a random one out of the 20.
One
Bro,
of the 20. he
drawing
might
a
get the
number
win.
from
He'd
a
hold that
hat.
above us for the rest of the week.
So when we were gone and you were junior and he was a senior, when did he go in the locker room and like, just like do nothing?
I remember, it's a funny story. So when you're on taper, you're supposed to show up to practice, right?
Yeah.
Like if you skip a taper practice,
Well, you're always supposed to show up to
you're
practice.
just supposed to go to practice, but taper practice, you really don't want to be late or miss.
Yeah.
Well, we start practice and we're like, dude, where's Julian? Like 20 minutes passes by and we're like, dude, like, where is this? Like, it's like a week before state. What is he doing? So we get to a break in the practice and we get out and we go into the locker room. And he's sitting in the locker room trying on a tech suit. And he goes,
What?
Yo, Kevin and Grant told me to get this Mizuno or something along those lines. And he's
Okay.
like, do you think it fits well? And I'm like, Julian, take off that suit and get in the pool.
Damn, bro.
That's, like,
so
that's a good memory, but that's like,
Man.
oh my gosh.
so he was
Could've done that on
He's just
any
standing
other
a
time.
week before, bro.
A week
What?
before state, he just doesn't show up. He
Okay,
doesn't
I
walk into
will say though
practice.
that he does have some merit to that because I don't. You guys can probably relate to this. Like there was some times when it was the day of the meet and I had a brand new tech suit, and then you go on to try on the tech suit and you're just like you're trying to pull it up
Yeah.
and it's getting up to like your waist, like mid thigh, and then you got the extra hump that you got to go over. And then it's, bro, it can get tough.
I mean,
like,
why are you doing it right after school though?
Yeah.
Like school gets out at 2:45. We
I
have
was just
practice
trying
at 3.
trying to play the devil's advocate.
I'll never forget, like,
Have you guys ever had that problem though, where like you had to throw away the tech suit or like?
I luckily I've never I
always
hear
try it
horror stories of tech suits, but I've never had an issue with the tech suit.
I don't know if you'll
Really?
remember at our senior year state, Dylan Solis, he had a Mizuno.
If you need the black blanket, you can grab it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm.
Dylan had a small Mizuno, and he couldn't get it on.
No, this was
couldn't
at
get it
conference
on.
at Jennison.
Or was it at conference?
This is at
It was
Jennison.
I think it was at
Yeah.
conference.
So he had to just give it to Kellen because it would
I have
fit Kellen.
I have
Oh
a
my
picture on my
gosh.
phone, bro. It's the funniest picture in the
You
world.
can't get it
no,
out.
his
Get it
suit's
out.
like right below his, his rear end, if I will say. His suit was right below there, and he just couldn't get it up.
Yeah,
He
it
just
happens.
couldn't-
Those
he just
things
couldn't
are
get it.
Mizunos are difficult too because that's where like the
Yeah.
tightest part of the suit is like right where the hips are supposed to go.
Especially when you're
Durham
caked
couldn't even
up
get
like
mine.
Dylan, bro.
Those breaststrokers,
He's got
Bro,
big legs.
bro,
big
that-
legs.
Yeah,
They have to.
Then
But
you went 59 at state that year, so
Yeah.
that was shout out to you, Dylan.
shout out Dylan.
He's having a great year this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
From what
running
I've
the
seen, I think
500, the mile, the 4 a.m.
What?
Kind of gravitated towards the distance events.
Yeah, he swam
Why?
2 fly. I think
Yeah,
at his
I
midseason
don't
meet.
know. I think that's what he's needed for on his team.
Not the 100 breast?
Yeah, I guess not.
I
He's
don't-
kind of got groin injuries he's dealing with, so
Oh,
you know that as a breaststroker. Don't you have some experience with that?
I have a little story behind that. So, I was in 8th grade, and Sam Smith, he's a junior in high school. Absolute stud junior in
Yeah.
high school. I think he still holds the national age group record for 11-year-olds in the 50 free.
Wow.
But 8th grade, he's a junior in high school, and Sam has always been one to not shy away from talking smack. And he told me, Kevin, let's race a 25 breaststroker. He said something like this, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna destroy you. So we hop up on the block, 25 breaststroke. Sam Hookstra's coaching, and meanwhile, we just swam a practice. I didn't swim any breaststroke that whole practice. My groins were not warmed up. Let's just say that. So and then but. I got the biggest race of my life coming up against Sam Smith.
Yeah,
25
of
breasts.
course,
So
of
I
course.
gotta go hard. It's not like I was going easy.
yeah.
So Sam Hookster, he says, take your mark, go. We blast off the block. I'm talking like zoom, explode off of that block. All right. We dive in. streamline, beautiful streamline, probably one of the most beautiful streamlines I've ever done.
Pressure was on.
Okay, 1 dolphin kick, probably more like 3 dolphin kicks. I like to get a couple extra in there.
Yeah, I do that in races too.
And then I did the pull out, beautiful, amazing pull out. I'm probably by this point, right after the pull out, 2 body lengths ahead of him.
Wow.
It was probably pretty even, but I like to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do that breaststroke kick. I do the just one kick, boom, hardest kick of my life, and I pull my groin, tear my groin. And I'm not. People say I pulled my groin. They didn't pull their groin. They just are a wuss. I actually I couldn't walk for a week. I didn't do breaststroke for 4 years.
Yeah.
This was extremely, extremely bad. And I got out, and Sam Hoekstra is calling me a bitch. He's like, "What are you doing? Get back in the water." I'm like,
Sam.
"Bro, you have no idea."
Oh man.
But yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Honestly, not even because of the groin, just because I knew I was ahead, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna beat him.
You would have won.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna win.
So do you think if that didn't happen, would you have done breaststroke every year of high school?
Dude, yeah, it's actually crazy. Like, I probably would have never done the 50 free. Like, I never used to do freestyle. It was always breaststroke.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always 50, 100 breast, 50, 100 breast, 50, 100 breast.
11, 12 state champ or something. Right.
No, dude. I got second in the 50 breast when I was 10. I got second in the 50 breast when I was 12. And I got second in the 100 breast when I was 14.
Do you know who beat you?
But I got first in the 50 free when I was 14.
Okay. So that's when you knew.
After the groin injury. No, I didn't even swim the 100 breast when I was 14. That was crazy.
That's when you knew you were going to do the 50.
I've realized the Joe's sitting here. He's looking at me. He's like, "Kevin, you're not talking normally." Dude, the clips when you like exaggerate your voice and like talk in that tone, the clips just go viral. So I'm trying to.
Yeah.
There's been some interesting comments on some of the clips that I was seeing. How do you feel about that?
I think I saw one the other day.
Yeah.
I forgot what this mystery person
something
said.
about college and you shouldn't go to college. There's some people commenting some really hurtful stuff.
You talk back, converse real quick. I'll pull it up.
You know what? I'm thinking, whenever I see those things, I'm just thinking, what works for somebody is not going to work for somebody else. You're your own person. So, like,
I see it as like
you can't diss on somebody for taking their own path.
it's still engagement on the video.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're taking the time out of your day to comment, it's still pushing the algorithm.
Exactly. And then other people read those and comment.
The same thing. It's
Oh
still,
yeah, dude. And it's
any attention is good attention because
it's just engagement. Thank you for
attention is
engaging.
attention.
You know, and I'm posting a lot of times per day, so sometimes it's hard to get engagement. You know, when people see these videos over and over, they're like, "I'm done with this douchebag. Get him out of my." But then, so when you get some hate comments, then you get. Well, then it inspires me to back myself up a little bit, and then Grant also chimes in a little bit. But there's this train I'm gonna read real quick. Someone commented 3 whole likes, and I responded, "We're up to 8 now!" Exclamation point, and then a fire emoji. But this is the real kicker. Finn Peterson, he said, "Stuttering gym bros with daddy's money and a 2.5 GPA reply, gonna try and tell me how easy it is to make $250,000 at 19 years old. Go suck on a rock. Hopefully that'll make you more intelligent. Good luck, bros." And I actually saw this right away, and I was just like, "Oh man, I got to think about this one. Like, how do I reply?" So I replied, Finn Peterson, whatever makes you sleep at night, with the heart emoji. And then the TUEBOR, the TUEBOR account, shout out to TUEBOR, the people doing that, they replied, "Believe in yourself, Finn. You can do all things when you change your mindset." May or may not have been me, but shout out to TUEBOR. They left that inspiring message. And then Grant commented,
that inspired him.
Grant commented, "Hate him because you ain't him." So I appreciated that, Grant. Thank you.
Hate him because you ain't him.
Yeah, I don't really get leaving hate comments like that.
Yeah.
Well,
because like
just takes like
Just
energy
do-
out of your day and negativity.
yeah, like if you're walking around with that mindset that you're gonna go look for something negative to say, then you're probably not living
You're
to
not
your
happy with
fullest.
yourself,
You're just not
really.
happy.
Like,
oh yeah, dude. I stopped letting that stuff get to me a whole lot, dude. I've got on TikTok. It was pretty bad sometimes, especially the one I got the most hate comments when I went up to Aiden Ross. And I he was with his girlfriend, and I said like, "Yo, Aiden, bro, I would steal you." I went. He was at the fight, the Floyd Mayweather fight. He was there too.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, I would steal you" in front of his girlfriend, and then she's like, "This is Pammy." When he was dating Pammy, he was like, "He's mine though," and I just kept going, and I was getting hate because people are like, "Just leave him alone," and I was not. I was pestering. I'd be so pissed if I was in his shoes, but like, yo, like. Call me a clout chaser, but like I'm not stupid. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah.
So I pestered him, and then I got hate until Aiden commented on my TikTok, and he commented, what did he
like
say?
a heart or something.
No, he was like, "I want you." Period. Don't tell Pammy. So, and then I stopped, and then that comment got 50,000 likes.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I kind of peaked back then,
TikTok is back though. You could hop back.
Yeah,
on.
so you can hop right back on.
You guys don't understand how pissed I was when it got back on. I was like, finally, okay, good.
New app.
I got my head start. I got my game. But now it's like, shoot, like TikTok is back, and it's like,
It's just the same.
dude,
Nothing changed.
it's so easy to go viral on TikTok. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like literally, Instagram is harder, but I'm just gonna keep going on Instagram because TikTok Shop, bro. No one's gonna spend. No one's gonna buy the #1 merch in the world on TikTok Shop because they just don't trust TikTok. But they know on Instagram, bro.
Mark Zuckerberg doesn't mess around.
Mark Zuckerberg, bro. That dude, he is a genius. He is a smart wisdom machine. He has inspired me. Like anytime I need inspiration, I need that extra little push, little shove. I'll go on Instagram. I'll go on Facebook, and I'll search up Mark Zuckerberg Beast videos, and I'll just get loads of gold content of Mark Zuckerberg spitting wisdom. The biggest thing he's ever said is the biggest risk of your life is if you don't take any risks at all. And that really hit close to home for me because I'm a big believer in taking risks. And that came at a time when I was on the verge of taking the risk, making that big leap of faith or not. And Mark Zuckerberg pushed me in a way to take that leap of faith. But Joe Engle, do you have any leaps of faith in your future? Kind of what are some things on your horizon coming up besides the big, duel in the pool between you guys and Davenport?
Beating Calvin at our final meet or at conference. They've kind of more or less they've kind of run the conference, but
It's gone like back and
we're
forth
ready for that.
year, right?
We're
It's
ready
gone
for that to be
like
over.
crazy.
I heard Hope runs the conference this year, though. That's just what I've
This
heard.
year's gonna be insane.
Word
Like
on
it's
street.
gonna be.
Close.
It's called the rivalry for a reason. It's pretty serious. It's scary, but it's gonna be intense. Like
You don't get scared though. It's them getting
no,
scared.
It's them getting scared.
Good.
They're scared of us. They are.
Why? Why are they scared of you?
They're
Joe?
scared of us because we got so much young talent. They're scared. They
Shout out
got
Joe
they
Engle,
got
bro.
4th and 5th years, but we got freshmen and sophomores that are doing what their seniors and 5th years are doing. So they're scared.
Who are the biggest freshmen on Hope? Not like, well, maybe size wise too, but I'm saying like, Well,
I know what you mean. I know,
You know
biggest impact.
Yes.
Luke Newcomb, #1.
Shout out Luke
broke
Newcomb.
a 25-year-old school record.
Dang.
I just want to.
You got a 25-year-old
Shout out.
freshman?
No, dude. No, the record was 25 years old.
Oh.
I think it's the oldest record up on the board.
Wow.
What was this record? What was the record? 100 breast?
54.56 was the record, and he went that in 1999.
That was fast.
He's like 7-time national champion or something like that. Josh Boss. Actually, when Luke broke his record after midseason, he came down to Hope. I don't know where he is now, but he came down to Hope because he wanted to meet him. And then that was an article in the Holland Sentinel was a picture of Luke and and Josh Boss. So Luke Newcomb up there.
Mr. Boss was probably pissed.
Dude, no, he's got the 200 breast up there. He went 159.
Wow.
Like in 1999.
No tech suit, probably nothing.
Yeah. Wow. So
that's crazy.
Luke Newcomb, number 1. We got so many guys. Many guys that'll score.
What other big boy freshmen? Yeah. Not size.
I don't want to say myself.
Okay, then what about?
I don't want to say myself.
All right, well, I'll talk about Joe Engle. Joe Engle's a stud.
Top seed in the mile.
He makes everybody around him better because you just work so damn hard.
Thank you.
Have you lost your work ethic?
No.
Good.
If anything, it's gotten better.
Really?
Dude, all I think about
wait. I'll shut. Play ethic. I don't like work. I don't like work. Because you love swimming, bro.
I love swimming, yeah.
I have never met anyone in this world who loves swimming as much as you do, bro.
I just find it fun. Like, I like the feeling of being exhausted.
You might be the best practice.
Bro, you sound... Okay, I know you sound crazy, but like, I remember... when we would be in high school, this dude would show up to practice and be like, bro, I'm just so excited to be here, man. Like, I love it.
We're dead.
Yeah, we're dead. Like, it's the middle of 2050s. I'm just getting clapped. And then this, yeah. Okay, but do you, was there ever a time in like the first couple of weeks where it was like you had to like find your rhythm, find your groove?
First few weeks of college? Yeah, definitely. The first few weeks were a little rough because I just didn't know anything. Like, it's just such a different environment where like
you have way more free time.
I have way more free time, but I also have like a lot that I have to do, and nobody's there to like guide you through it really. Like, there are people that'll help, but
if you miss an assignment,
for the most part, it's like it's you and you have to do the work. So
you did the work.
The
play, yeah, but there was no one there to help. Are you talking like give us a because
I'm just saying, like in high school,
as an athlete, bro, you got to worry about like moving into. You're in a dorm, right?
Yeah.
You got to move into your dorm. You got to go to your classes, meet your professors, meet the other students, and then on top of that, you got to do like initiation with the swim team. You got to worry about getting hazed. You got to worry. No hazing. That was a joke.
No hazing. Don't even worry.
Awful joke. But then you got to worry about like the swim practices. How hard are they going to be? My coaches. What was like the hardest things for you?
My hardest thing was, it was probably just meeting people. Like, because there are a lot of people that come in with like set friends and stuff, especially like people in my classes. Like, I thought I would only be friends with the swimmers, which I'm friends with all of them. Like, they're all great, but just meeting people in my class was kind of difficult because, you know, everybody's got their own groups and stuff. So like branching out to people in your class, you know, if you need help or something is sometimes difficult, but just getting past that was good.
How'd you get past that?
You just got to do it.
How do you do it?
You just ask.
You just ask?
Yeah. So like if I
ask people their name, or what do you mean? What do you ask them?
Literally anything. Just go up and start talking to them. Start a conversation. Like, I've met so many friends in my classes towards the end of last semester that like if I have a question on an exam review sheet or I have a question just on the homework, I don't really have to email the professor. I've got like 5-6 guys in my class that I could just text and say, hey, do you know how this works, or how, you know, what's the answer to this, and how does it affect anything? And so just going out and asking. I think we gotta make that a little bit more important.
Shout out asking.
Shout out
asking though, for real.
Dude, if you never ask, you'll never know.
Bro. Yeah. If you're ever thinking about like, should I do this? Should I not? Bro, do it. Whatever it is, do it. Like, if it's asking a question, ask the question.
Always ask the question, dude.
Bro, just always do it. Fight that fear of like, should I? Fuck that hesitation.
Yeah.
I feel bad for teachers who don't get enough questions.
Yeah, because I know teachers stand up there, look, and know that people have questions. But like, I get it. Like, sometimes I'll be like, man, like, I don't want to sound stupid if I ask this question. But I like to just think, I guarantee you there's at least one other person in the room that has the exact same question.
Well, and that's ultimately up to the professor, because I've had professors and teachers who, like, you ask a question, no matter what, if it's a good question or not, the way they answer it, it'll just make you feel stupid.
Yeah.
But then there's others where, like, even if I ask the dumbest question in the whole world, the way they answer it, they make me feel like I'm human and they understand and they're compassionate. I feel like that's why their job is so important.
Yeah.
But Grant, what about you? What classes this year? Swim team, new team 6? Team 6?
Team 5.
Team 5. Shout out Team 5.
We're
So
getting these dope basketball jerseys with a 5 on it for Team 5. The past couple of years we've gotten hockey jerseys.
Nice.
Wait, so Team 5, is that the 5th year of
fifth year of
Davenport
men's
swim program?
team and 7th year of women's team.
Okay.
So there was women's team for 2 years, and then 2020 season, Jerry Aguian, shout out.
he's the GOAT. I mean, he's
the GOAT of Davenport swimming. I mean,
I think
we could all.
They did I think they Davenport released a ranking, and they ranked Jerry number 1 all time.
Yeah.
For Davenport.
Most
cool.
influential swimmer in Davenport history.
Yeah.
But
So shout out Jerry for real.
yeah,
I think everyone can admire what he's done for Davenport University.
he really inspired me to
and their swim program in
go
general.
swim at Davenport, and
Yeah. Shout out,
want
shout
to
out
be
Jerry.
like him. But
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to be as great as Jerry.
yeah,
He's a very, very talented swimmer. I'm making these jokes, but he actually did just do something crazy. I haven't even talked to him about it yet, but out of nowhere, I see on his Instagram story just a before and after picture. The dude bought a house.
yeah.
The before picture, bro, it looks like a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
The after picture, it looks like a 5-star luxury apartment in Trump Tower in downtown Chicago, bro. Like the transformation from that picture was ridiculous. Shout out to you, Jerry. Big moves, money moves, and I'm inspired by that.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's also working as a lifeguard. He's also working at Hayworth. He's also a barber.
And going to school. This guy's just doing it all.
Yeah, and going to school. Shout out, Jerry. But
If there's a job, he's done it.
yeah. Joe. I gotta ask you a question, Joe.
Sure.
Dude, we were getting a lot of comments on Instagram, bro. People were talking. Some people were talking more than others, but people were saying that you were slacking in those 2050s,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
People were saying it, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
I might have to start suing those people for defamatory comments because
Brody was saying
I can't have that out
What was
there.
your first reaction like when you heard me say Joe's slacking? Because I've said it in pretty much every single episode that you slack in the 2050s. What is your first reaction?
My first reaction is like I'm just a little bit shocked. Like I put my heart and soul into those 50s.
Yeah, bro.
I put so much. I loved those, but
that was
they
our
hurt.
main set.
But I was
of
like,
the
dude, I'm
week.
gonna attack this every single time I see it, and every single time I see it, I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna do it. And when I heard that, I was like, oh man, like
You knew I was joking though,
yeah,
right?
I figured no way.
But okay, so let me ask you this though, because oh man, I had a great yo, low key, let's make these clips go viral.
Yeah.
Let's
dropping the paper.
this one has to do with Grant, but I mean, all three of us, we like music.
Oh yeah.
Some of us are actually musicians ourselves. Grant's made a few beats. He's made a few songs, and I'm a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. I used to play piano.
Oh,
I played piano. I played guitar.
Nice.
I was always made fun of by Coach Drew Johnson at West Ottawa because at one point I was not doing so well in my guitar class. And he was like, bro, you got to get that guitar done. So now every single time I see him, he always brings up, how you doing in guitar? But
Was there a guitar class at Hope?
no.
Okay.
I think I also
You might have excelled in that.
I might have. I'm not too good. I just wanted to learn it. Just learn a few. You can learn a few notes and a few chords, and you can string
Fun to
together
play.
a song.
Can you play any songs on the guitar?
No, not right now.
Or do
I
you,
took a solid 2 years off.
okay, this is the question that everyone's
Oh,
wondering.
TNT by AC/DC. That's what I could play.
Oh, really? That's a good song.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you do like a country song on a country guitar? Because I'll tell you what.
How much practice do I have? Like, how long do I have to prepare?
I'm just asking you. Like, can you do? Like, can
If
you
I
play
was
on one
given
of
a
those-
guitar right now,
you trained?
probably not. If I trained 100%.
bro? Dude. Think of. You know what you got to do?
What?
You got to write your girlfriend a song. You got to write Aaliyah a song and play it on a country guitar, and she will. Yeah.
I was in choir too, so.
You could
Are
sing
you
too.
a romantic guy, Joe?
I don't like to admit it, but I think sometimes I am.
You're a romantic.
What's your favorite kind of date?
My favorite kind of date,
Yeah.
What's your go-to spot?
go-to spot, dude.
Or like,
Yeah.
or do you
What's your
cook?
go-to
Do you
Okay,
go
it's
out
not
to eat?
super fancy, but Hopcat.
Hopcat?
Oh my goodness, they have buffalo chicken mac and
Exotic
cheese.
food.
Oh my goodness,
So what?
it's the most
Their
incredible
menu
food
changes
ever.
all the time. I feel
It
like.
does. I
So
don't-
you kind of
No,
always
but-
walk in there and you don't know
Yeah.
what to expect.
What's the vibe you're looking for? You know what I mean? Like
for what, the date?
Yeah, like do you want noisy stuff? Do you want quiet? Do you want peaceful?
I think a little bit. I think a mixture of everything, so it's not just like a few hours of the same thing. I think you got to mix it up a little bit. So like I always like food, like
Yeah.
people like I don't know what it is, but people are just happier when they eat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Are you happier when you eat?
Oh yeah, dude, I love
do you,
girls.
do you get hangry?
Yeah. Oh,
Does Aaliyah know you get hangry? Does she also get hangry?
I think she does a little bit.
Shout
I mean,
out-
we both do.
You both do. Yeah,
Yeah,
good,
but
good,
then we
good, good.
look at each other and we're like,
Let's get food.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Good. Who pays?
I'm not gonna lie. Equally.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Hey, that's how it should be.
I love paying. Like, I hate seeing her pay because I'm like, this should be like my job to pay for you.
No,
like,
I mean,
especially if I ask her to go, I'm like, I'm paying. But she is very stubborn.
Okay.
She's very stubborn. She's like, no, I'm paying for us. And sometimes
in a good way, right?
in a good way.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Because she's
Yeah.
like, I want to contribute as well. And I'm like, no, it's fine. But then, she'll be like, she'll start like, no, I'm paying, and we're like in line, like
That's a
about to
W.
order, and it's like the only thing I can do is just let it go.
Yeah. So
But-
just cut
Is
to the front,
it
make
hard for you to
front.
let it go?
Yeah.
Really? Have
just
there
like
been
doing
been
stuff.
arguments sometimes over like who pays?
Nothing serious, honestly. Nothing serious.
Did it
but
seem serious in the moment?
in the moment, I'm like,
You
sometimes
feel kinda like-
here's my little trick.
What's your trick?
Sometimes before we go into a place to eat, I will say, we're not having this conversation inside. I'm paying because I don't like
So it is a
talking
big
in front
deal.
of like other people, like strangers. So I'm like, when we go in, don't worry about it. I'll pay. That's like
yeah.
my because
Dude, it's gonna-
she'll always try to pay every single time. She'll always pull out her credit card, and I'm like,
Just, like,
You don't
cut
have
in
to
front
do
of
that.
you in line, be like,
yeah, she'll
I'm
cut.
paying.
She'll be the one that
Yeah.
cut in front of me in line, and I'm like,
Hey, that's a
I
W
love you,
girlfriend
but
right
you
there.
can't.
W
I just
girlfriend.
don't want her to do that.
Yeah, shout out Aaliyah though.
Oh,
for
she's
real.
great.
I like, more than any friend's girlfriend I've ever known. I don't even think I've met her, but dude, she is a stud, a beast, because she was at the election holding up the sign with you.
Oh, yeah,
in the
she
car.
was.
Oh.
Bro. The amount of man, dude. Shout out you guys. I hope you
Thank
guys
you.
are, everything is together, eternity.
it's going great.
Shout out to y'all.
What about you? What's your ideal date? Like if you could set up like 6 p.m. to midnight or 5 p.m. to midnight,
Yeah.
what's the timeline looking like?
6 p.m. to midnight?
Yeah,
Right now, or like 2-3 years ago?
right now.
Yeah.
Right now, 6 p.m. to midnight. Ideal date is, send a text saying, I'm sorry, I'm busy, and then go to my room, lock myself in the room, start editing, or go film some content if I have nothing left to edit. 2-3 years ago, though.
All right, yeah. 2-3 years
That's
ago.
where, dude, I'm not thinking about dates right now, man. Like if it happens, it happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I
feel like everybody's got an ideal date though.
ideal date
Like,
is just
what would you just want? Like, what would you just want to do?
a 7-hour date, though, yo. It's
Okay, you don't have to do 7
my
hours. That was
time,
bad. That was
bro.
bad.
That means I'm getting 1 hour of sleep or 2 hours. So I'll
Man.
if I'm talking, I think differently than I did. But
Yeah.
back then it would be like, let's go to D&W, go to Walmart, maybe even Meijer. Go grocery shopping, get some banging groceries,
Some steak, maybe.
some steak. Yeah, no, actually.
No steak?
Never
No
did steak.
steak.
Pasta, bro.
Pasta.
Pasta is where it really be hitting.
Really?
Like that. Yeah,
What kind of pasta?
Rigatoni.
Alfredo,
Or, I don't know if it's
So
Parm.
that was also the thing. I usually wasn't the one to cook it.
Okay.
I was usually the one to just sit back and then say it tastes amazing when it comes out of the oven. But I did help with the garlic bread sometimes.
You did all right.
Oh, yeah.
The garlic bread
Garlic
you,
bread.
you
Goes out
put
on
on
the
the
pasta.
sheet or the
No,
tray.
the pasta was great though.
Into the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk too much about specific experiences. Shout out my ex-girlfriend. I know she's watching. She's I looked I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. But I was looking at my Snapchat stories, right after I posted it, I wanted to see if it posted, so I click it, boom. Okay, just wanted to make sure it posted. There's one viewer.
First viewer.
Yeah, the one viewer was her. But shout out all the exes. It's sometimes it's hard to be an ex. Brody was talking on this very show about an experience with one of his exes at Grand Valley, and it broke my heart to hear that.
Oh,
at first, I didn't even. I thought he was joking. I thought he was
joking too, and he told me. I was like, "Oh,
because he says it in a joking way."
Yeah, he's just
because he tries to laugh it off, but it's actually serious.
I know.
Yeah,
I feel but that's.
But he's okay now.
Yeah, trauma builds people. And he'll realize that trauma builds people, and I know he'll come back stronger.
Yeah.
But I remember back in the day, right? Back in the day, we're at West Ottawa High School, right? Senior night. After senior night, there was some drama after senior night, wasn't there, Grant?
There's a little bit of drama.
Yeah, there was some drama, and with two actually. Both of our ex-girlfriends.
Really?
Not really your ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend.
Well,
there was some drama between her and Grant. They were getting.
I heard about it, but I never knew any details.
Like a screaming argue battle.
Grant, you got into a screaming argument?
Grant was just pissed in general. He was pissed.
There was a lot going on.
What happened that night? What happened that night?
Just got demoralized that night on my last ever home pool swim. Last time I ever raced at West Ottawa. So, we all know what happened.
Yeah.
What happened? Nobody knows what happened.
Well, for the viewer's sake, it's kind of like an unspoken rule at a West Michigan OK Red Dual meet. Okay, it's kind of
whatever he's about to say is just cap. This is just there's no.
This is 100% true. It's an unspoken rule that we don't wear tech suits. Would you say that? Or would you
I'd say
that's not a rule one bit.
I'd say I think it's a little shamed upon if you don't announce before the meet that you're gonna wear a tech suit.
Bro.
I think showing up and putting one on
at senior night senior night, bro.
There was
Come on. Okay, what happened though?
He didn't tell me, but
he told Steve, or their coach told Steve, because we all knew he was suiting before any of us saw him.
He didn't suit for the first two races. Whatever. Got those races done, and then it was time for the final race, my final individual race, of my high school career and my home pool. And the guy next to me had a tech suit on, and I said,
"Who's this guy next to you?"
Great kid.
I'm gonna be different.
Dude, he's wonderful. He's great.
But this was a pretty hyped up race. There was some shout out his mom. She has an Instagram page. She loves to post about her kid on Instagram. So she was posting, we're hoping to race. We're hoping to race Grant. We want to get the state cut. Okay, we want to get the state cut. Yeah, and
somehow after this you got blocked, right?
No, I follow her. She follows me.
Didn't a lot of people get blocked?
I do have to say,
for a short period of time. You did too.
I didn't have Instagram. I didn't get blocked.
Okay.
No, I do want to say though.
Who's out here blocking Joe Engle?
Real quick,
that, right?
I just want to say every single time I see her, she's the nicest lady in the world to me.
Nice lady.
So
Absolute
all
stud.
of my interactions with her have been phenomenal. Like she's a great lady.
Shout out.
Nothing against her at all.
Shout out, Mrs.
She's a great lady.
No, it was just
she's a great mom.
I'll give my side of the story because I take responsibility for this, at least some responsibility, because as the teammate, I was trying to get him hyped up for this because I knew it was going to be very tight. I didn't know he was going to suit, but I knew it was going to be a tight race. So I was hyping him up the whole week before, and I probably shouldn't have, because the more I talked about it, the more pissed he got. And by the time it was the day of the meet, he was just pissed, more
and
pissed,
stressed out,
and stressed that you could possibly imagine. And it was senior night.
It's a dual meet.
It's senior night.
My girlfriend was there. My parents were there. My uncle, my cousins. Some of them were there. It was an important night. I wanted to go out on a high note, but
did you?
He had other plans. He wanted to get the state cut. So
okay. Well, he did. Okay, here's my thing. He won by 2 seconds, so it wasn't close. But if he didn't wear the tech suit, bro, then it would have been a race. Why didn't I don't
1.5.
He won by 0.5?
1.5.
Okay, 1.5. But that's even more to my point. If he wouldn't have worn a tux, there would have been a race. Like, why didn't he want a race?
Well, shout out to him. He got the state cut.
He's just beating around the bush.
But
if he's watching this, bro, I'm so sorry that I'm. We are not trying to demonize. They are the nicest family for real.
Yeah,
the nicest family, hardworking family.
Every single time I see him, it's always great job, Joe. And I'm like, because it's like one of those parents where like you just never see. Like I feel like I never see half the dads, but they all show up. And when I see him, he's always like, "Great job, Joe."
Wait, I got a question for you.
No, don't tell me you've never experienced that.
No, I just have no idea. You're like the trajectory of what you were saying.
My point is that I never see any of the dads, but when I walk past them coming out of the locker rooms to go see my own parents, he's always like, "Great job, Joe. Good job."
Okay, so I think the question we're all wondering is, you never see any of the dads, but why are you seeing all the moms?
Well, okay, you never saw that? You never went to a meet and realized that like half the time the dads weren't there and it was just the moms watching?
It's true.
It's got to be. Like, if you really think about it,
I would say, yeah.
I'd say I always saw the moms and I didn't really see the dads
it's
that often.
It's harder for dads to make it. Shout out all dads out there.
Shout out
hardworking,
dads,
hard-playing dads.
Hard-playing dads.
Because, sometimes
they
they're
play
working and they can't make it to the meet.
Yeah.
I
don't remember if my dad was there that night, but,
your dad,
sometimes
he was there.
Sometimes they don't make it.
Yeah.
It's hard for my dad to make it to the college meets. Like, he's made it to a couple of them. But, people have schedules.
I remember that senior night, bro. I was so pissed. I wasn't smiling during the walkout. And Dan Diadana, shout out Dan. But it was my fault that I wasn't smiling. And there was a picture that got
you with your parents. Or something.
Yeah, it was me with my parents, and I wasn't. I was like, I looked so. Yeah, I was just like this, bro.
Everyone didn't know how to
learn from my mistake, and if there's a camera, just smile, just like this, just smile.
That's how.
Even if you're mad, you won't regret it.
This is a little bit off topic, but there was somebody taking photos at Hope College a few weeks ago, and Luke Newcomb and I were walking.
Oh, I saw that.
We're walking down one of the sidewalks, and we see this lady taking photos with her camera, and we look at each other and we're like, just smile. We smiled, and we got the first page of the Instagram, of the Hope College Instagram.
Let's go.
Still up right now, so
it's still up. Hey, good shit, bro.
Yeah. So
did they tag you?
So much, no,
bro.
so much power in just a smile.
Yeah.
They see that and they're like, you know what? We're putting that up. So
everyone on campus saw that and saw.
Yeah.
You know who was smiling? You know who else was smiling this week?
Who?
Jake Sandstedt.
Yes, sir.
He had a big song drop.
Really?
With Babytron and another guy. Who's the other guy?
Song Glock Boys TJ.
Glock Boys TJ.
Wait, really?
It's called.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
And Change.
Cheech
and Chong. Bro, it's a banging song. Cheech and Chong.
It is honestly, like, me and Jake were on the phone last night.
Yeah.
He was saying it might be one of the best songs he's ever produced.
Cheech and Chong.
In terms of the beat, including the rappers and how well the rappers performed. Because, I don't know, you guys know Babytron. He's a great rapper.
Jake Sandstedt, you guys, Grant's brother, by the way. Just making sure. Yeah.
And actually, another side note,
Billboard
Babytron had a big stream this week. He was on, do you know anything about, like, the FaZe guys?
Yeah.
They're really big right now, full-time Twitch streamers. Babytron was on a Twitch stream, got 70,000 viewers. It was a rap battle. He was going against Shoreline Mafia, OGZ. He made it to the finals of the rap battle. 2 banger songs. He kind of
he didn't
played.
win.
He didn't win. He got second place because his 2 other songs would have won the final song. But
that probably
this led to Cheech and Chong getting about 30,000 extra plays that night. So shout out to Plague Boy Max. Shout out to all the FaZe guys because
shout out Jake Sand.
Those guys have some movement, and shout out Jake Sand.
That work, I can tell his craft is just going to another level. It's insane. Who came up with the name Cheech and Chong?
I don't know.
There
was a bar in the song, something about Cheech and Chong. Babytron said it, and I think that's where they got the name.
Who does Jake decides those songs, or like who decides that?
I think probably the label. Probably the Hip Hop Lab. Jake is signed to the Hip Hop Lab, so there's like Babytron, all those guys. There's a bunch of rappers that are signed, and so the label Lando Bando. Shout out Lando Bando. Great
Shout
guy.
out Lando
Great
Bando.
guy. You'd love to meet him.
Is he
great
the label guy?
businessman. He's the label guy. He's the owner.
Wow.
He does all the dirty work. He does everything behind the scenes.
What inspired him to make that name Lando Bando?
I don't know. I think his
sounds
name
like
is
sounds like he
Lando.
likes bands,
Yeah.
and I respect that.
And,
you know,
I think,
who doesn't like
Who
a few
doesn't
bands?
like bands?
Yeah.
You know,
Kevin, name 3 bands right now.
the Beatles, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift
and
is not a band.
Jelly Roll, bro. I was just
Those are
listening
not
to Jelly Roll.
bands. Those are singers.
The Beatles.
Okay, the Beatles.
The Beatles is a band. Taylor Swift, bro, she always got a band on her, bro. Look at her concerts. They got drummers. You know, what other bands do we got? We got, dude, there's hella bands. Joe Engle has a band, bro. This dude can rock the piano. He can rock the guitar, bro.
We had a band. For a
Give
little
him an
bit.
instrument, bro. He can play it. So if there was just 6 Joe Engles, that could be a band.
Yeah,
What other
good.
bands? What other bands?
Van Halen.
Braden Sandstedt has a band.
Braden's-
It's called the
Braden
Lazy
Sandstedt.
Susans.
The Lazy Susan, bro.
Yeah, shout out to them. They were running Ferris State for a little bit. So
Shout out-
if you
shout
go to
out
Ferris,
Lazy
you
Susan.
know about it. You know about it.
How's Braden doing nowadays?
Braden's good. I was over there the other day. We were just making some music. He's got the.
So
he's got a
when
nice
the viewers
setup.
hear over there,
I was
where's-
over at his place. He's got a place about 25 minutes north of me in Grand Rapids.
Oh.
So close by. Close
How old
by.
is he?
He's 24, 23, 24. A couple of years older than me.
You 22?
I'm 20. So I turned 21 this summer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude,
so,
people get. I just imagine you
We're
guys older
getting
because
there,
I turned
yeah.
20 this year too.
Yeah. We're not that far apart in age.
Not
Even though
really.
It feels like, your little brother.
Yeah.
We're always older, but when it comes to college, I think you can probably agree, like, the age gap kind of just becomes whatever.
I don't like when people judge people based on their age. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Yeah.
bro, just don't judge someone don't judge someone's character, don't judge
Yeah.
someone's intelligence based on their age.
Mark Zuckerberg was 20 years old when he
Yeah.
founded Facebook.
Yeah, bro, I don't care if you're 50, I don't care if you're 20, I don't care if you're 10, I don't care if you're 70, I don't care if you're 110. Bro, you could be the smartest person in the world or the dumbest. And I know some pretty dumb people that are a lot older than me that look down on me, that look down on all of us our age just because we're young. And, they don't think we're capable of much, but the reality is we're going to pass them, and we probably already passed them.
Age is the
That's why
most
they don't
valuable thing you can have.
You know what I mean?
Time is the most valuable thing you can have.
Yeah.
You can't get it back.
If you could buy anything in the world, what would you buy?
Man.
If you had $1 billion, if $1 billion could buy you anything in the world, like naturally, artificially, fake or real, what would you buy?
I don't know. My own private island. Have my whole family on a private island.
Private
I
island,
don't
okay.
know. A private island, but then you gotta.
It comes along with a jet. We'll say that.
Yeah, it comes along with the jet.
What would you buy?
Well, speaking of jet, I'm starting one of those pretty soon.
A jet?
I've always wanted to start a private jet chartering company,
Okay.
and at the Ottawa Executive Airport, I shouldn't even say that because then I'm going to give them all opportunities because I haven't bought the land yet, but I'm working on it. I really want to start a private jet chartering company because the money is insane.
Yeah.
You could charter, dude. I could buy a jet on Marketplace for $20K, rent, do a flight or two, boom, $20K. Money's made.
What kind of people are in the private jet business? Who would be looking to get, like, are you saying like business people trying to come to the beach?
Business people, bro. Politicians,
Yeah,
bro.
politicians.
There's a lot of
flying out to Grand Rapids, Lansing.
politicians do not like to fly. That's one thing
Commercial.
I've learned is they don't like to fly commercial. No,
Speaking of politicians, yesterday was a pretty important day in the history of the country, I would say. Were you tuned in?
I was not. I was actually on a flight. I was
Okay.
traveling all day home from California to Holland, Michigan.
Nice.
But I saw we got a new president, guys. You know what his name is? Donald John Trump.
That's his
Shout
middle
out
name,
Donald
John?
Trump. I love you. I endorse you, bro. Like Donald Trump is the G. I'm not wearing the MAGA hat, but it's
Greatest
somewhere in
president
here.
of all time.
Greatest president of all time, and he's about to do even greater things these next 4 years.
Yeah.
He's been talking about buying Canada, buying Greenland, obviously strengthening up our
Did you
border.
hear the?
He's
I
gonna
don't know
say
if this was
something
serious, but did you hear the Gulf of America
Yes,
thing?
bro, I
that had
actually
me
like that.
dying.
Did you, see
That's
Hillary,
cool.
did you see Hillary Clinton in the background? Bro, Trump is like, and now I make the proclamation: we will change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, effective immediately, something like this. And then you look in the background and. No, all the Democrats. All you can see is the Democrats. Hillary Clinton is just laughing her ass off. Everyone else is straight faced.
One thing I gotta say, shout out to Donald Trump, because I think influence is everything, and like the people who have power are very important. So one thing that stuck out to me was, instead of having what you typically have, the cabinet in the front row at your inauguration, Donald Trump had Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and whoever the CEO of OpenAI is, and Dana White. 5 of the most influential people, most powerful people in the United States, and he's tied up with them. That's a president that I want to have.
Yeah, I was actually inspired by President Trump. I was inspired by a lot of people that did something that inspired me. People think I'm smart and I make smart decisions, or I'm just lucky, but I learned from them, and I'll tell you what. So Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, many, many more, but those are the 2 that did it insane. They're masterminds about it. They went from nobodies. Actually, erase Trump. We're just going to talk about Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate went from a nobody knew him, to the most famous person on the planet at one point. The most searched person on the planet. You know how?
Controversy.
Podcast,
everything. Clips,
Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and TikToks.
Yeah.
Podcast clips, bro. He went on every single podcast, and they posted 1 million clips just of him.
That's the funny thing about like some of those people, is you don't even have to agree with them to like see that like there's stuff that you can take from everyone. Yes, like you can take that and say, all right.
And it doesn't matter
starting
how many
a podcast
followers
is gonna work.
It doesn't matter how many followers the dude has. Bro, I learned from this.
It just takes. I think it takes one really lucky clip.
Yeah. No, but it does.
But that lucky clip comes from a massive.
You can say that, but if you just post 100 times a day, boom, that's
your chances are super high.
Yeah.
Well, then you don't even need that chance, because then you're getting the same amount of views as you would if you were betting on that chance.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like. But I learned from them, because I realized that it's free advertising, bro. They didn't pay anything for that. All they knew how to use was AI, and they knew how to use Descript. They knew how to use Final Cut, and they most of all knew how to use Opus Clip. Shout out Opus Clip. But yeah, you guys should definitely like learn that, because it's a moneymaker, bro. Like,
I'm looking into getting
you guys just forgot about it. But
I did not forget.
You see this merch
AI.
right here?
Yeah. AI made it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not where I'm going with this. But you know how I post a few clips on Instagram, right?
Just a few.
Yeah.
We're all wearing the merch, right? You know how I have an Instagram shop. In each of these videos, you can just tag the product. That's my strategy. I really hope that we get you guys. We're moving out of the garage. You know, money's tight right now, guys. Money's tight. So please support us, help us out in whatever way you can. The only way that you can right now is by buying our merchandise, wearing our brand.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside.
Get a sweatshirt. Guys. It's cold outside. Get a blanket.
You know, we got the crew neck. This is actually, it's been dubbed. I think there was a vote. They said it's the #1 crew neck in the world.
Really?
So that's pretty cool.
I can believe it. It looks comfortable.
No, blanket, you guys, this isn't just some regular blanket. Like, you know those types of blankets? Feel this, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's
like,
something that you're gonna have for a long time.
It's like one of those fuzzies. How do you describe this?
Let's be honest.
Just
most
comfortable.
blankets eventually they kind of get not fuzzy anymore. This blanket is one of those blankets
that one's staying fuzzy.
Use for
this one's staying fuzzy.
You're gonna use that one. That one's that's got some longevity in it.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Longevity.
I don't know, bro. All right, well, here let's talk some. There's some. Did you guys hear about those trending topics recently?
What's trending right now?
Well,
what is trending?
You guys hear about? If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. But Ottawa Impact.
I don't know what
They
that
got-
is.
I don't
got
like.
ousted.
I heard a lot. Like I heard a lot of stuff about them, but I don't really.
Good
like
things or
I'm
bad
not
things? Because I've heard a lot of both.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
just
it's
see
hard
a bunch
to
of signs
tell.
with it either crossed out or
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
You-
it's
you-
one.
so
It's either the
that's all I
heart or
see.
the
You either see like OI and a heart around it, or OI and then a circle. Boom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ottawa
I don't-
Impact,
I don't
OI.
know a lot.
So what is Ottawa Impact?
So it was a group of individuals in Ottawa County who came together and were like, we want to change Ottawa County. We're not happy with the way things are being ran. And they ran as basically a coalition, and they all won. But now they've been trickling down, but now they finally got ousted. They no longer hold the majority of Ottawa County government. So it's big. It was huge news.
It was just a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I'm a fan of, but they were pretty controversial in a lot of things they were doing, and they weren't being necessarily transparent. The one thing, whether you're doing the right thing or not, transparency is above all else.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people want. They just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I want. I want to know what the heck's going on. I don't want to be left in the dark and then boom, something massive happens and I'm like, what? I didn't see anything that led to this. What, Kevin? What? I feel like that
That's
makes
why I like
sense,
Trump, because
right?
he's very transparent.
Does that make sense?
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind,
Did
Kevin?
you hear? Did you hear what you just said?
I already forgot what he said.
What did I say? What did I say?
I just don't like being left in the dark, and then boom, out of nowhere, something massive happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Because if you're
dude.
left in the dark on all
I'm-
the little things that happen in whatever government
Get your
you're
mind out
thinking
of the
of,
gutter, Kevin.
a big, like a massive decision is going to be made, but you didn't see all the little steps that made that decision possible.
I'm immature, guys. I'm sorry. I have
I
a
was seeing
10-year-old
some clips
brain.
from your last pod.
Yeah.
I think you need a haircut.
Oh, I am.
Oh, my goodness.
An owner of a big haircut company in Holland is coming on pretty soon to give me a haircut.
Really?
I think
Actually,
it'll be
that's-
good.
it's
Are
gonna
you
be
going to
a-
get it short?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I think you gotta get it short.
Here's the thing, bro.
You gotta clean up.
I
Dude,
gotta stand out. I gotta stand
You
out.
got to stand out in a, like, at some point you got to stand out in a good way.
Oh, we're back.
Oh.
We're back. No, but like
Make sure
you
we're
gotta
recording.
stand out. You feel me? Like I gotta stand out. It's like
Yeah.
Trump. Ain't no one. I know. Yeah, his hair always looks amazing. It looks good, like pristine. That's the opposite of my hair, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say like, what do you think I should do?
Shoot him a
'Cause
quick DM.
The problem is the hairline, bro. That's the problem. That's the
You
problem.
can do
No.
plenty.
You know what?
You can
fix that.
fix it.
You can go to.
You get
I
somebody
know
to
I
Turkey.
can go to Turkey, bro, but
Yeah.
then it's like 2.6.
Do not.
K.
Do not. What?
I'm gonna go to
Go to
Turkey,
Tur-
bro. If I do,
You're gonna get a-
if I do,
you're
I'm
gonna
do
get a
it like
hair
man.
transplant?
I might. But if I do, I'm gonna go to Turkey and I'm gonna vlog it, and I'm gonna be a man and tell everyone I got a hair transplant, and not just hide it and throw it under the rug and just act like
Wear a
nothing
hat
happened.
for 6
And then out of
months.
nowhere, just have beautiful hair. You know what I mean? No, I'll be like Mike Malek and actually own up to it and monetize it. Like probably get a sponsorship out of it or something.
Yeah.
Find a way to
I think
win.
short hair. I think you'd look pretty good with short hair.
Bro, then I'll look like everyone else though.
You're such a cutie in high school.
Dude, I would. This dude, bro.
He was getting all the girls.
Look at this dude's giggle, bro. This dude's making me blush. Nah, I don't think so, man. I like having long hair. I've always liked just having
Yeah.
long, shaggy, poodle looking hair.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good word.
golden
I like that. I like that word.
You like
poodle.
poodles?
Poodle. No,
Why?
I hate poodles.
Oh,
Dude, they got so much energy just running around all the time.
You would.
It's
say
like,
some-
bro, chill.
You would say
What's
some
your
shit like
favorite
that,
kind
bro.
of dog?
I have an English Mastiff.
You would hate poodles, bro.
I have an
Big dog.
English Mastiff.
What's that?
It's a big
they're
dog.
big, right?
Yeah,
I
he's
think I
like
remember
right now
when we went to your house.
he's over 200 pounds I think at this point. His name's Rhett. Shout out Rhett.
Shout out Rhett, bro.
Rhett. Ah.
Shout out Rhett, bro.
He's a good boy. He
200
just
pounds is
he sits
crazy.
down. He like lays down all the time around the house. He does nothing. People come over. People pet him. He doesn't care.
Has he ever like bitten anybody?
Not really. I mean, there's been a few little snips, but he doesn't like it when you
What you mean
reach
by that?
when you reach over his head.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful reaching over his head. He doesn't like when you go straight over. Then he looks up.
Few
and then-
snaps. You got a lot of people in the house, so.
Yeah. I think that's
Here and
why.
there,
I think
yeah.
he's used to having
overwhelmed.
9 people in the house. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of
How many
9,
people are in the house now?
I was gonna say, speaking of 9 people,
Right
how many
now,
siblings
it's
do you have?
just so I have 6 siblings.
Okay.
Which
but-
one's your favorite? Shout out your
Shout out my little
the whole
my
Engle
little
family.
brother Jude.
Shout out Jude. Bro.
He just he's been putting in a lot of work. He works at Cherry Republic.
He's been a lot of play, right? He's been playing a lot.
He's been playing a lot.
Jude?
Good.
15.
Okay.
He's a freshman.
He's in high school.
Yeah, he works.
He making good money.
He actually, part of him reminds me of Kevin a little bit because
Really?
let me tell you this.
What?
This kid works so hard.
You know why? It's because he don't work, bro.
He plays. But
He
dude, like
enjoys
he
it.
goes into work and like people in there love him. His coworkers love him. Like he's right on the spot with
the guy
every
you wanna
little
work
thing he
with.
has to do at his job. And the other day, he wanted to hang out with my older brother Jeffrey and I. We play on our PlayStations. My older brother and I both have PS5s. And
out
Jude
PS5.
Jude took his money and went to the store, bought a PS5,
Wow.
so he could play with us. So
Let's go. What games you been playing lately?
Marvel Rivals.
That's a great
If you've
one.
heard of that,
Yes.
that's blown up a decent amount.
Yeah.
It's
think
mainly just
Fortnite
like it's just
OG.
to connect with like my brothers because
Yeah.
my older brother's moved out. He has a wife. He has a kid now.
Yeah.
So I'm an uncle, and now that I'm gone, my little brother's the only boy at home.
Uncle Joe.
So to
Joe
connect,
over
we're
here.
like
Play
once or
PlayStation,
twice a
talk.
week for an hour or two. We just hop on the game and just
Yeah.
talk, and
That's
it's great.
that's
It's just a
fire.
blast. It's just
quality
fun.
time. That's
Like it's just
awesome.
fun.
That's
I
good.
love that.
That's good.
So-
Does it get competitive sometimes though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Sometimes
'Cause
too much.
This dude's like, it's great. You know, it's fun.
The word trash gets thrown around a lot, but
Really?
Yeah.
But like at the afterwards, I think you guys enjoy it.
Oh,
you know,
afterwards, we're like, yeah.
But so Jude, shout out Jude, you're doing great things, Jude. I think no, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything. You know. Don't take it from Joe. Take it from you, because deep down you're the only one who, you know what I mean. Because but I think you're doing great things too, bro.
Oh,
the hell?
thank you.
You're doing great things.
trying.
But let's talk about. You guys hear about the body in Lake Mac? There was a body.
Really?
what?
Yeah, there was a body found in Lake Mac.
When?
When? That's
Reports on the discovery of a woman's body found in Lake Makatawa. This body had no pulse,
When? What?
covering the ongoing investigation.
They had no pulse.
Yeah.
You know what? You know the first thing that comes to
Well,
my
there's some
mind?
bodies that swim in Lake Mac. I've swam in Lake Mac.
Yeah.
So instead of using the D word, I could.
Okay, but the first
That's a
thing,
hard
the first
topic
thing
to
I thought
talk
of
about
was
is somebody
lifeguards.
drowning in.
The first thing I thought of was where were the lifeguards?
Yeah, but it's Lake Mac. There's
Lake
never
Mac
gonna-
is difficult because
Lake
it's all
Mac a
lined with
toilet.
houses. Mac a toilet, yeah.
There used to be a swim in Lake Mac, and then they canceled it because
Oh, really?
there
Yeah,
was
dude.
the factory.
I went tubing in there one time, like last year.
Oh yeah.
The crap is it's straight brown.
Yeah.
The water is
water.
brown.
We've gone.
There's a river there's a river in South Haven. The river is called the Black River.
Yeah.
Is it like
That's
It's
crazy.
black
the water?
water.
Pollution is crazy.
Pollution. Yeah, shout out pollution though.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
I
Lake
think
Michigan is
the
pretty
opposite.
clean.
Yeah,
I think
Lake
Wait,
Michigan
there's
is
been
really
a
clean.
bird flu. You guys hear about this? The bird flu outbreak in Ottawa County.
What is that?
dude, when are these reports?
There's been confirmations,
Where
bro.
are you hearing this?
Recent confirmations of the bird flu being spread in Ottawa County, and the implications for local poultry farms and public health
okay.
have
So you're
been
saying chicken.
rising. How do we
Okay.
feel about it?
Is there a lot of farms in Holland, Ottawa County?
There's a lot.
I'd say probably not like hot, like maybe like
home chickens. I would say people have.
yeah.
Six.
What else do you guys want to talk about? What are you feeling hot about, Joe?
Hey, you know something?
I'm just-
we got to call Joe out on.
What?
Calling me
Joe
out. Call
is
me out. I
the
dare you.
top seed in the mile going into the MIAAs.
Yeah, our
How do you
championship
feel
meet.
about that? How are you feeling about that? We were talking about it right before the show. To
How
preface,
do we feel about this, Joe? How
You
do we feel
know,
about this?
I walked in and I thought,
Look at my
ain't no way I'm ever swimming the mile. I'm swimming the
really?
500, the 200, and the 100. I
Oh.
trained sprinting this summer, went very well.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, 100, 200, 500. I'm
Yo,
locked
this,
in.
This dude's a sprinter, though.
Then you know what
This dude's a
happened?
sprinter.
You know what
2
happened?
free relay.
What
per
happened?
Mid-season,
Popped off in the mile.
just dropped like from my PR so
What did you
much
go?
time. 16:07.
Hey, I
And
remember a nice mile at Kalamazoo. That was awesome. I was watching.
Yep.
That.
Then it cooked you.
that
Yep.
one
Then
cooked
what?
you.
And then the second I got out of the pool at midseason after the mile, I look at my coach And he looked at me, and I just knew. I was like, I'm cooked for 4 straight years. I got us in the mile now. Yeah. Oh, I've got a few training partners.
Alex Boisman. We were training with
Alex,
this summer.
How's Alex doing, bro?
Dude,
No, he's a sprinter.
great captain. He's amazing.
Captain.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So it's Kellen and Alex?
Kellen, Alex, and Christian Dunitis.
And Christian Dunitis. Shout out. What a great group of captains.
Dude, no, that's like
two woke
Good
captains,
leadership.
bro. Let's go.
2 woke captains and a DCC
West Iowa.
So
captain.
who's your favorite captain, Joe?
Who's my favorite captain? Kellen was the one who got me on the hope kick. Like,
What you mean by that?
He got
like Kellen brought me to a volleyball game. Hope volleyball women, I think, were ranked number 2 in Division 3.
Oh,
Like, they went to NCAAs, won a few games.
They took some picture there, right?
Dude,
And I saw
they
that
are
picture.
insane.
Yeah.
But they got the stadium was packed and it was an orange out.
Dude.
So he brought me to the game and oh my goodness. We had the guys, we did this again this year. Some of the swimmers,
That was a sick photo.
paint our chests
Yeah.
letters. This year we did
like
Fire Up
The
Dutch.
Bama Red
Fire
Man
up Dutch.
And so I went there and I was just
getting
shocked out of my mind.
But that was Kellen who was like, "Yo, you got to come
Kellen,
here."
and then Kellen was like, all right, come out to this. And I went out and just the greatest group of guys ever.
I can just hear him saying, "Bro, come on, you got to come to the."
Yeah, he would text me and,
Good.
you know, I was
Great
like, all right,
recruiting.
I'm going to
Great
go.
recruiting.
Yeah, shout
then
out,
I
shout
went.
out,
Shout out
recruiting.
He's
Kellen,
great.
bro.
But
Great guy.
Al's just a good guy.
I know,
like,
man.
Kellen's a good guy, but
wait
like,
to see him on
you want
Friday.
somebody to date your sister or date your daughter,
get outta
that's
here, bro.
Alex
What are you-
Borsman.
Shout out Joe's sisters. Are you saying that you want your sisters to? Is this like a public announcement? If your sisters are watching,
if
then,
they could,
then you
if
want
they
them
could.
to
Endorsement
you
from
want them
Joe.
to DM Alex.
I can't say that on here, but Alex Borsman's he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Have you guys seen those TikToks? It's like, who would you least likely want to date your sister?
Yeah, we had a video of that around West Ottawa my junior year, and
really?
Brody was taking the videos. Or
Of course
Luke Catton
he was, bro.
And then everybody said, "Who do you not want to date your daughter?" And every single person said Joe Engle.
What?
Julian Carrier started it off.
He
and
would.
then
Okay,
after
they're,
that,
they're saying that. Did they post it anywhere?
I don't think so.
Nah, Joe Engle is the one person I would say like, yeah, I want Joe to date my daughter. You know, what
thank
I mean?
you.
No, I actually
appreciate that.
And I mean that.
I
On the
think
other
Brody
hand,
would be the person who I would say.
What?
well, I think you know, who would I say not? Who would I say definitely not? It would probably. Grant, it would be you.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's just, I'm thinking of you. It would probably be someone I just never talked to because I didn't like. It'd probably be one of them.
I would say Julian or Brody.
No, because Julian would never, he wouldn't like.
He wouldn't date anybody's daughter.
Joe, I'd be like, bro, go for Joe, man. Joe is, he's just a wholesome guy, you know? Like, you never.
Yeah.
He likes to pay.
What?
He likes to pay.
I do like to pay.
He doesn't let the girl pay. That's the kind of man you need.
Dude,
to
he's trying to act like there wasn't like massive arguments about this, but I already know that
We've never had like one serious like big argument.
I know.
ever.
So like that
Knock
was
on wood.
probably like the biggest.
The biggest thing was who was gonna pay.
Yo, that sounds like a good couple
That's
to me,
so
bro.
bad,
That sounds like a good couple.
We
to me.
went.
Are you-
Where did we go? Oh, if you ever get the chance next year in Grand Rapids, they've got like the light show,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Christmas light show.
I did that a few
It's like
years ago.
30 minutes. You can drive like. I don't know where exactly it is,
They have,
but
like, a radio
you
station,
drive
too.
like in and out. Yeah, they have a radio station. You drive in and out, and it's just lined with
Yeah.
Christmas lights. And they've got like
That's awesome.
I think last year they had like a scene from Star Wars just in Christmas lights. It was the best. I think
a good day
we got
there.
Chick-fil-A before. We got Chick-fil-A and ate it
Who
while we
paid?
went through the drive-thru. I did. I
Oh,
paid for
you
that.
paid. Good. Were you
Yeah,
driving?
because you have to buy a ticket to like go through the. Yeah, I drove.
Who bought the ticket?
Me.
Oh, good.
It was supposed to be like
you
a little
planned it. You-
surprise.
Oh,
I
good
love
for you.
surprises. Surprises are fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for
I
good.
think.
Good. Does it sometimes get hard for her when like you're never satisfied?
What?
I'm not saying like what like okay for me like does it ever get hard like to try to act like you're so happy about like I don't know like dude I because I don't like surprises, bro. Because when people
You
try to
don't?
surprise me, it's like they act like it's gonna make me so happy, but it's like, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is dope. This is dope.
Oh, you feel like you can never like express the amount of gratitude that they think that you're gonna show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect
I
gratitude
worded
out
that
of it.
question
I don't know
badly.
if it's I expect gratitude out of it. I just like doing it
Yeah.
because I like seeing her like glow up,
Bro,
and I like
that's-
seeing her happy.
That's why I would want him to date my daughter, bro. Like the way, dude. That's a
He
good
just
answer.
wants
That's
to.
a good answer.
He just wants to do that stuff.
Yeah, he just
just
wants to do
W
that
man.
shit. Okay, well, who would you want to date your daughter? Who would you not want to? No, let's just do this. Who would you not want to date your daughter?
Who would I not want to date my daughter? See, here's the
On the
thing.
Hope swim team.
On the Hope swim team.
Yep.
If I say who it is, we
Say
have
it,
to
bro.
do a podcast episode with him.
All right,
How
let's
about
do
that?
it. Let's do it.
I have an idea. Christian Hooksma.
Oh, wait, yo, Christian, he has a girlfriend, right? Shout out Christian.
Shout out, dude. Greatest team guy ever. He's a big team player.
He's got to come on here, bro.
Partially, I'm being serious. Partially, I'm just kind of joking because I just like to mess with him. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah. Rage baiting. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
Especially with Christian because
He'll go along.
he'll
with
go along with it and he'll start cooking to you too. So
Who would you not want to date your daughter? Oh no, who would you want to date
who would
your
I
daughter
want to
on the Hope swim team?
on the Hope
Horsema.
swim team?
Alex
There's a
Billington.
lot of people. Honestly, there's a
Still
lot
some
of
good
good guys
guys.
on there. There's a kid
Kellen's a
by the
good
name of
guy.
you guys won't know him, but his name's Luke Wyrick.
Luke Wyrick.
He
Sounds like a
is
G. Sounds like a G to me.
he's
Sounds like a stud.
one of the smartest dudes I know. He's in
Really?
biomechanical engineering, and this kid,
Crazy.
oh my goodness, he's the nicest kid ever. Luke Wyrick,
Shout out Luke.
he's a great kid. He's from
Shout out
Illinois, big Bears fan.
Oh, they just got a new.
Yeah,
coach.
he walked up to me the other day after they hired Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator.
Trader.
Yep.
Dude, that's so messed up, bro.
I don't know how
the
you
Lions
go to a
played so
division
good. They had the
rival.
best season ever, and then they just lose, bro.
And then they lose, and then 2 days later, he's like,
Yeah, bro.
I'm off to the division rival.
We're not
Yes.
a playoff team.
Yes, bro. Yo,
Well, okay.
speaking of a playoff team, bro, the Lions, obviously, everyone sees the Lions. They see their colors, bro. They have the dopest colors
Okay,
in the
yeah,
world.
Honolulu blue is
the
pretty sick.
Honolulu blue. Speaking of the Honolulu blue, you see the Rolls Royce right behind me. You see the Rolls Royce on this shirt, on Grant's shirt right here, TUEBOR with Kevin Moss, the TUEBOR sign right on top.
Yes, sir.
You guys can actually buy this shirt right on Instagram. You just click that button.
Right
That
here.
is a cheap
There's
shirt.
a link.
I think it's like less than $20 for that shirt. Absolute steal. Once in a lifetime opportunity to get the Rolls Royce TUEBOR tee. Please, you guys, if you want to support us in whatever way you can, get that shirt. It means the world.
It's also comfortable.
It's also comfortable.
Like, comfortability for me is a big thing.
This is, dude. This, is
thing,
crazy.
dude, this is actually keeping me very
Wait,
warm.
Can you like focus it so then people can see
don't-
It's like it's TUEBOR embroidered. It's nothing crazy. It's simple. It's simplistic. It's beautiful. You know, it's durable, bro. You can go for a swim. You can go for a hike. You could go for, you know, a run. You could do whatever you could in that hoodie. So shout out.
Skiing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different colors.
And
There's like 20 colors there. There's like 8 colors of that, but it's really beautiful. Yeah, shout out that one right there.
out this one.
Beautiful sweatshirt, embroidered,
Embroidered, which is nice, not a sticker.
not a sticker.
I'm-
So this is the last episode in this set.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
So how do we feel
speaking
about
of the
that?
last episode, bro. Did you hear? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing promos. I think we good. I think as long as we got one clip for all the. I think now we
Yeah,
did.
we got a couple
The last episode. Today's the last episode in here. You know, people get sentimental. I don't really get sentimental about shit. It's just like move on.
Life goes on.
It's gonna be a 10 times better set in the studio. It's gonna be actually warm because it's heated.
Yes.
I should have just started
No more
out there.
jackets.
No more jackets. No
T-shirts.
more. No
TUEBOR
more
T-shirts.
rugs like this. I got actual carpet squares,
Yeah.
so then it looks professional.
But you also got to be grateful where you started. I think you can be a little sentimental in that way. You
Yeah,
know?
but it's like, bro, I should.
It's been real.
Yeah, I've definitely had a few encounters. I don't know if my landlord is the biggest fan of podcasts or her son, bro. They've been in the house. I've had a few issues. However, they are great people, and I'm super blessed that they gave me the opportunity to do this here. And it's pretty cool looking here. You just see a garage. It's nothing fancy. Like you expect something fancy by looking at this, but trust me, this is nothing fancy. And it looked like, this is a studio on a budget for sure. It might not look like it because I'm a big fan of a
high
deal.
production quality.
And
though.
this was definitely a deal. Like it's not like I can afford a car like that. But studio, I'm just excited. My mind is flowing about what I want to do in the next one. What do you guys think? Like, what are we missing here? Because right now it's just like 3 people. You know,
I don't know. I think maybe some merch in the background.
Yeah, merch. Dude, we have
some things on display. You know, you gotta have some stuff to look at.
Because we got TUEBOR speakers.
Yeah.
We got TUEBOR mugs.
Yeah. You should do like a morning show type deal, and you're drinking coffee from your TUEBOR mugs.
Yeah.
That's actually like a really good idea.
You know, you could see the steaming coffee from the mug. You're sipping the mug.
What would the name be? Like, it could just be the same thing.
It could just be the same thing. It's just a week. It's just a weekly episode. You
Yeah.
film it on Saturday mornings or whatever morning you got available. Steaming
Monday
coffee,
morning, maybe.
nice
Yes,
little
Monday
mug.
morning
Yeah, you can
episode.
start the week off right.
Bro, let's do it, bro. Hey, what should this, bro? Recent news. Just the way I operate, I'm just like a very go on the flow type of guy. But Joe, at least from my understanding, he might be on here every Tuesday at 4:30. Is this correct, Joe?
I think so.
Oh my goodness, Joe! Congratulations, Joe
Thank
Engle,
you,
guys.
thank you.
This is going to be huge. We got some Joe Engle merch coming out soon with
go.
proceeds going to Joe Engle himself.
Put a Hope Anchor on there.
yes.
Put a West Iowa
Yes.
Panther on
Bro.
there, maybe.
Joe Engle merch is going to go crazy, bro. I
go.
already know.
Got a few guys lined up on the swim team that I think.
Yeah.
Yes, and then all of them are just going to wear Joe Engle merch. bro.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And then-
No, this is
Yeah,
fun.
They're
I
gonna click the link on Instagram.
Wait, what?
They're gonna click the link on
click
Instagram.
the link,
There's no link, bro. It's literally Instagram. Like you just
but there's got to be a
click
link to
click a button
You
on
gotta-
Instagram, bro.
Click the button.
click the
You
button.
just click a button.
Click the button.
Click a
That's-
product.
that's
Like
all
you
it
can
takes.
just tag a product like you're tagging. Like if you tag,
Like a
like say
person.
I post a picture, right? I post a picture with Daddy Joe, all right? And and then people click on Joe's handle. It's just like that. It's not like a link to your profile.
Speaking
It's
of like tapping things, I know this is kind of a
What's going on
little
here,
bit of an odd change of direction, but this is so random. So I apologize if this is too random.
No, I'm ready for it. I think the viewers are anticipating.
I honestly think that I can't stand Apple Pay.
Really?
I hate Apple Pay.
Bro, that's a hot take.
I hate Apple Pay, and I hate having my credit card
Tap
on my
to pay?
phone because I don't need to whip out my wallet and think about spending the money. I can literally just walk up, tap, and I'm done.
Wait, you just said you hate Apple Pay.
That's what I hate about it. I don't have
it's
to think
too
about it.
easy.
It's
It's
too
too
easy. Too easy to spend money.
Oh, wait,
Too
yo,
easy to
that's
spend
actually
money.
so facts.
You go somewhere and it's
Yeah.
like, do I really want to, like, you pull out your wallet, you're looking at your money, but like on your phone, you're just like, cha-ching,
Yeah.
done.
Okay, but like,
True.
Like, it's helpful for sure, but I
Tap to pay is the
find
new
myself
generation.
low-key
at first I
spending.
was about to roast you and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, I love Apple Pay. But then you said it makes me want to spend more money. And then
It's just
I'm thinking
easier.
about some of the questionable purchases I've made. And then I'm realizing,
They
wow,
might be
you
with-
might be
they might
onto
be
something,
with-
bro.
Yeah.
I will say, though, it is extremely easy because if you lose things, bro, like for me, look at me. I don't have a wallet. I have a phone with a wallet attached.
I see
to
a
it,
lot of
bruh.
people doing that now.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is just be something falling
Dude,
out.
high key,
Then
it's
you don't really
it's
have
the
to
strap.
worry about
it's the
having
strap.
your wallet separate because I mean,
Yeah.
you've probably dealt with where you're just like, where is my
you
wallet?
gotta know where your wallet
Yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
It's almost more important than your phone.
Yeah.
Your wallet.
Well-
They're equal though. Wallet, phone, car keys.
I'm getting cold and I gotta pee. Dude, but one last thing I wanted to talk about. For everyone watching this, I don't know. I know there's probably not a lot of people watching this on YouTube, but if you are watching this on YouTube, genuinely, thank you so much. Like, for
Leave a
real.
like.
Leave a like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, but like, just thank you for real. Like,
Comment some love or hate, whatever you want.
yeah, They're the bricks that
Same.
build the
Yeah,
house.
same.
Bro, thank you so much for real. Like I can't express that enough. How much I appreciate all of you watching this and watch the whole thing and watch us listening to our bullshit and everything. So
Yeah.
thank you for real. And also, we had a big announcement coming up. The governor in 2026. The forthcoming governor just announced that he is going to be governor in 2026, and he's going to win, and he's going to become governor. So that's pretty huge. The governor's name is Eric Nesbitt, and he's currently the Senate Republican leader. So that's pretty cool. How do we feel about that?
So he's running against Gretchen? Or?
No, is she done?
She's done. She's done. But he's the Republican, and he's going to be the winner.
Awesome.
So he's winning the primaries, and then he's winning the general.
Okay. Good for him. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, new leadership. It's time. It's time for some new leadership in Michigan.
Yeah. And
Let's get our roads
he's
fixed.
a beast. He's a beast, dude.
Let's get our lakes. Let's get our lakes clean. Let's get lifeguards.
I'm going to be in his office tomorrow morning.
Let's go.
And working on some.
Top secret.
Well, I might even cut that part out, but I can just say, it's going to be awesome to vote for him because I know he's winning.
He's got my vote.
He's got my vote.
I'm clicking all Republican ticket.
He's got mine as well, I think.
You go.
All right.
So he's got all three of our votes right there?
I think so.
Dude, shout out Senator
There you go.
Senator Eric Nesbitt, bro. He's a beast. Absolute stud. Legend. How do we feel about Senator Nesbitt?
To be honest, I don't know much about him. So actually, I am going to have to do a little bit of research first.
I'll say something. I hate politicians in general. I just hate politicians.
I'm not a big fan of them.
I love Senator Eric Nesbitt, and I endorse.
I like the ones that are a little bit more down to earth.
Yeah.
Those ones are a lot.
And like the
more
the ones who like don't have. I hate politicians who like don't say what they think and just have like a politician's filter.
Yeah.
They're worried about what everybody thinks. They're not really confident in what they say.
Yeah, I'm not trying to vote for a robot.
How do we feel though about Trump renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America?
I was so shocked when I heard it. I had
makes
no
sense.
thoughts about it.
I think it
like
makes
I literally have zero thoughts
Yeah, it's
about
like,
it.
bro, what has Mexico done to deserve that?
If
You know what I mean?
about it, it might be equal, but we might have more land attached to it. So technically, we should have more ownership.
It depends on where it ends.
Were you guys watching?
Yeah.
Were you watching the ESPN broadcast of the college football playoff? When Trump put it, they gave him 90 seconds.
Wait,
No.
When
I didn't watch the
President
game
Trump. Shout out
you
President
didn't
Trump.
watch the game?
Yo,
I was on the phone, though, with Cameron
Michigan Wolverines
Shout out
national
Ohio State.
champions.
Back to back, Michigan Wolverines national champions because Ohio State hasn't beat Michigan in how many years?
1900 days.
1900 days, bro.
Since 2019.
Man, dude.
2019 November was the last time they beat the Wolverines.
That's so sad that like they're the national champs. Like they didn't do anything. to
Apparently,
deserve
it doesn't matter if you lose. Just if you have a big brand.
They can't
I guess
beat Michigan
that's all
in
that
10 years,
matters.
and literally forever. Like it's. Michigan fans don't even consider it a rivalry because we just know every year we go into the OSU game, we just stomp them.
Extend Ryan Day. Extend Ryan Day.
Yeah, bro. He can win a national championship, but he can't beat Michigan. He can't win the Big Ten.
That's why I'm not worried if we're both in the playoffs. If Michigan and Ohio State are in the playoffs, he can win everything but the Michigan game.
Yeah, bro. Michigan. Any last words, Joe? Any last words?
Not really, no. I just thank you for having me on. I honestly.
Wait.
Yes.
Meet this weekend preview. So they're watching this after the meet. So let's get a final back and forth.
I don't know. I think it might be close.
I think it's going to be pretty close.
We were going to all suit up Davenport because we like to suit up, but I just got word from Coach, and this might be subject to changes, but we will not be suiting up.
Yeah,
so that's going to give hope.
We never suit
more
up
of a
for
chance. So it's going to
suit
be a
up
close
for
one. Be sure to pop out.
Wait, so you said you're suiting up, and then Joe's like, "We never suit up."
No, we don't suit up.
So who's winning? Who's winning this meet? Like, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think
it could be
come
very
down
close.
To the last
It'd be
couple
very
events,
close.
but we'll see. We'll see.
predictions, because we're gonna clip this and then
I'm
Predictions?
predicting like a 20-point win by Davenport.
Yeah, I think I'm never voting against the Flying Dutch. All right, Flying Dutch. I think are gonna take home
Is it
the
a
win.
combined meet or separate?
Shout out to the Panthers.
Men's and women's?
Shout out
Yeah,
to the
like, are
Flying
they
I do
combining
believe
it?
that it's separate.
Yeah, it's separate.
Yeah,
meets.
for the most part, they always
Where
do
is it at?
separate now. Aquatic Center.
Women's is going to be tougher because
be there.
there's going to be another team taking
Oh
points.
my
away.
goodness!
So
I saw that there were some. This is some women commits. Speaking of the women's team for Hope.
next year,
Oh my gosh, dude! The women's
out.
team.
Hey,
They're
is there some
Your,
MLA
your
girls?
girlfriend's watching this
I
show.
think.
what? She knows what I mean.
I know what you meant.
I think that.
sorry.
I'm just saying
You're
that
saying like
it's
they're
bright,
bright,
the,
like they're fast,
the
they're fast,
trajectory
right.
for the men's and
who are the
women's team
biggest impacts, like the biggest ones you think could make an impact?
on the women's side.
Yeah, or men's or both, like recruits that you.
Recruits.
Yeah. Or
Evan
is there-
Harris.
Evan Harris.
Evan
was-
Harris. He's a senior. He swam at a meet at the Aquatic Center in November. 21.3, 141.0, and a 46.3 in the 100 free.
Shout out Evan Harris though.
And he's
bro.
got this. He's got this whole rest
Senior
of the
year of
year.
high school.
He
Yeah.
committed. We got another kid, Jack. I'm not gonna try to say her last name. It's Szuba. I think it's Zuba.
Zuba.
I think.
Zuba.
I think he goes 20 point.
Oh,
Dang.
Hey,
You know, we got some dogs coming
what
in.
about girls? Because you said there were some. Fast
The girls'
coming
side, Mackenzie Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Really fast. We had another
Make 'em say,
recruit
whoa.
yesterday.
Make 'em
She's
say,
not
whoa.
committed. She came up from, I want to say Texas. She's a junior in high school. A junior in high school as a girl. She went 153 in the 200 free and a 52 in the 100 free, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Dude, well, Kenzie's coming off a
50,
100
55,
backstroke,
100 back.
state
champ.
record.
Wow.
State record? Or
I don't think state record, but she won state.
Yeah.
West
So
Ottawa
she's state
record.
champion.
West Ottawa
West
record.
Ottawa record,
Team
yeah.
record, West Ottawa.
In West Ottawa records, bro, I think that was
Yeah.
Shelby Lacey's record.
Really?
I'm pretty.
West Ottawa
or
record
Bartholomew,
is a
but-
pretty big
Oh,
achievement.
Bartholomew definitely.
Or no, I think she
was
swam for
insane.
Holland. Or I don't know.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. She did. What am I,
don't know.
talking about?
yeah.
I don't know my.
But I
West
just know
Ottawa
the West
history.
Ottawa records are fast. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't even have a single West Ottawa record that's not a relay. I don't have any. No records, no pool.
I mean,
no
there's a K
school.
Moss up there, so
Yeah.
I'm true, yeah, but it's not. It's Kyle, bro. It's Kyle. That's even worse, bro. That's even worse. I'd rather
We
it
got
be.
KY and K. No.
KV
Shout
is
out
how they
Kyle,
had.
shout
I
out.
think they just had Kyle as K.
Oh yeah, K.
And then they
yeah.
had KV
Yeah.
Yeah.
for Kevin.
So
Shout out to
First-
the Flying Dutchman. Shout out to the Davenport Panthers. We got a big showdown this weekend. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. That's not what I would say, bro. If I was swimming, I'd be like, yeah, we're winning. There's absolutely zero shot we lose. The Flying Dutch. If I was, I would just be, going after the opponent. But in this regard, Davenport
I
is
hope
actually
we're racing, Joe.
Davenport. I love you guys. However, Davenport is located outside of West Michigan's, West Michigan's OGs, like the best people in Michigan. They're just
Outside
the best.
of your
The best.
Senate, right?
The best people in Michigan live in Holland, Grand Haven, Spring Lake, Zeeland, and Hudsonville, and Hope is in Holland. So obviously, I'm gonna give 100% support
Let's
to the
go.
Hope Flying Dutchman, and I know they're gonna win.
Yeah,
I know they're gonna win.
we're locked.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say shout out to Hope because Hope is Dutch. My last name's Dutch. Joe's Dutch. Joe's pretty Dutch, right? You're a Dutchman. You're a Dutchman.
Well, I am at this point, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting the tattoo?
yeah. Yep.
You are?
I'm getting
Let's
the tattoo.
go.
I think in March.
Let's go.
So, what? You don't like
He
that?
doesn't like tattoos.
You don't like the anchor
We
tat
don't
on
gotta
the
get
shoulder?
into tattoos.
I
bro.
don't like tattoos, bro.
The anchor tat's pretty
It's an
cool,
anchor
though.
tat. That's the one where it's like, all right, I get it, but make it mean something, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I will.
shoot for a goal.
Oh
and
no,
if-
we're gonna win MIAAs.
Yeah,
I'm
then
gonna win
you'll
it. We're
get the
gonna win
tat.
it 4
Yeah.
years in a row as a team.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to say
Let's go.
good luck to Grant, though. I hope that he wins all of his events, but I just gotta.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
hard. It's always hard for me to root against my friends.
well,
I can't. I
yeah.
can't root against my friends, but I can root against
Hey,
my
look
friends.
out for my vlog. I'll be
I won't
vlogging
root
the meet.
against Grant, but dude, like you can't go against the best. And hope is in this. The hope is the best. Hope's not losing. So sorry.
All right. Well, just watch out for my vlog.
Let's
Then
go.
You'll get an inside scoop.
Yo,
I'll interview.
yes,
I'll interview
yes.
all the
Link.
guys, all the West Ottawa guys. Yeah.
I'm gonna put
a
the
link
pressure
to
on
the-
you. I'm gonna
yeah.
put the pressure on you. The link to his vlog at this meet is in the description. So if you guys want to see who won and see whose track was,
See a
or,
little,
inside
see a
scoop.
little
See-
drama
yeah,
inside of a little,
We'll do a little
dual meet.
pre-race interview.
Yeah.
If we're racing, I'll bring the GoPro behind the blocks. Like, let's do it.
We'll
Let's
see.
do it.
We'll see who backed up all the trash talking that was
Yeah.
done here on TUEBOR. But
Yes,
with that
sir.
being said, thank you for watching TUEBOR, the number one show. The number one show.
Voted by a lot of people.
Voted by many.
Many.
On many platforms, number one. Number one show in the world. Number one. Number one.
sir.
It's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Very blessed to be number one. We're number one, and we're not losing. Shout out to everyone who's thinking about running against me in the state senate election. The joke is not on me. It's actually on you, because we're number one and we're not losing. So shout out to y'all. Any last words? That was
Thank
pretty,
you for having me.
that was pretty hard.
Yeah, thank you. This is I just love
been
coming
real.
on, chatting with my boys. You know,
Next one, we will be on the new set.
on the new set. Yes.
So we will see you there.
New set, bro. Let's go. This is gonna be my box truck.
Next Tuesday at 4:30.
I didn't want to drive that in winter, but I'm gonna have to drive it over here so I can move all this shizzle out of here. But you want to give us an outro, Joe?
I don't know how to do an outro.
Do an outro.
Dude, what's an outro? I don't know.
It's like an outro.
I don't know what an outro is.
TUEBOR out.
TUEBOR out. All right, let's go.
Good stuff.
Sweet. Thank you, Kevin. That was